All right. On this video, I'll be showing you how to use indicators to identify the trend and the bias in the market. Now, if you're a trader, especially if you trade gold and you have a system. Now, what I want to show you, it's a way to identify the trend and the bias in the market. When you do, you can use your entry conditions, your strategy, anyone at all, and trade in the direction of the analysis. And I can tell you, this system will actually make your the results of your strategy far more better and more efficient. And it's a very, very simple thing to use. It's a very, very simple system to use. First of all, what you need is to add these three indicators: 2 moving average and 1 RSI. 2 moving average and 1 RSI. For the moving average, the period of the green is 50, simple moving average, SME. The period of the green is 50, and the period of the red is 200. The period of the red is 200. You can set this up on your MT4 or MT5. And to do this on TradingView, just go to indicators. I like to use the MA cross. Then can actually put the 2 moving average. Now, you also need the third indicator, RSI divergence indicator. But on your phone, you may likely not have the RSI divergence indicator. RSI indicator is enough. The relative strength index indicator on your MT5 or MT4 is enough. It's just enough for the purpose of this system. All right. And the period of your RSI is 20. The period is 20. The period is 20. Overbought zone can be 65 or 67, but due to test, 65 and 67 work perfectly well. So you can use, I mean, 63, 37. So 35, 37 for oversold. That is 63, 65 for overbought. So for this video, let's use 63 for overbought and 37 for oversold. All right. So now, the very first thing to do, especially as a day trader, you want to identify what direction should I trade for the day. The first thing to do is go to the monthly time frame. Go to the monthly time frame. You want to check the monthly time frame. You want to check the 2 candles, these first 2 candles, this and this, this and this. And what you want to know is you want to know where the market is trading relative to the previous candle. This is the previous candle, and this is the current market at 2581. Now, you don't really need to care much about the color of the candle before. Maybe it is bullish or bearish. What you care about is for a bullish bias. Now, what we are doing on higher time frame is to get higher time frame bias. This is a form of multi-time frame analysis where you combine different time frames to know the direction of the market. So what you do on the monthly time frame to get the bias on monthly time frame, where the market is trading. Is it above the previous candle or below the previous candle? That is it above the close or the open or below the open? Depends. Just focus on the body. If the market is trading above the body of the previous candle, it is what? Bullish bias. If it is trading below the previous candle, it is bearish bias. For this case, this is what? Bullish bias, because the market is trading above the previous candle. Now, let's check USD/JPY to see, let's check USD/JPY to see the bearish movement. Now, if you check this is the close of the previous candle, and this is the open. Now, the market is trading below that close. Below that close. If this is green and the market is trading below it, that's still bearish. For example, look at this case. This market is actually bullish, but this candle went below it. Because the candle is below this level, it is bearish bias. So in this case, this market is bearish bias, whereby for the case of gold, it is bullish bias. It is bullish bias. So when you get that bias, that tells you what you have to do in the market. The next thing to do is to go to 15 minutes time frame to look for the trend, to get the trend on the lower time frame. You want to get the trend on the lower time frame. And this is very, very simple. This is very, very simple. If the green moving average is above the red, it is bullish trend. It is bullish trend. As you can see on gold, the trend on 15 minutes time frame is bullish because the green is above the red. For the bearish case, let's check USD/JPY again. For the bearish case, the green needs to be below the red. That's a bearish market. That's a bearish trend. All right. Since you know that the bias, the monthly bias, is bearish on USD/JPY, you have to check for a bearish trend too. When you see a bearish trend, the next thing to do is to get your trade bias. Now, what I'm showing you trade bias is just a simple way to trade the same system. But you can just combine the higher time frame bias, which is what the monthly bias, and the lower time frame, that is 15 minutes time frame trend, to identify what direction you have to trade. As you can see, the best direction to trade USD/JPY is to look for a sell. So if you have a strategy, you can use your strategy to look for sell entries. But this system just makes your trades more efficient. The result of your trades, it makes it more profitable. All right. So the very first thing to do is check monthly time frame for the bias. Then the second thing is to look for the trend on 15 minutes time frame. So now I'll be showing you two entries. I'll be showing you two different entries to trade gold. I'll be showing you two different entries to trade this system. You can decide to go with your entry, but just to show you how it works. Now, after all your analysis, the next thing to do is to get your trade bias. And that's when you use the RSI divergence, the RSI, the relative strength index. It is very simple. If you are on downtrend and you have a bearish bias, like we have on USD/JPY, when the RSI is above this zone, the overbought zone, that's a sell bias. And you can see at this point, when it went above at this point, the market is actually trying to sell at this point. So there's a sell signal on USD/JPY right now. There's a sell signal on USD/JPY right now. And the best stop loss at this point, especially on USD/JPY, is about 30 pips. It's about 30 pips. So I'm actually going to be using like 30 pips. Like 30 pips. Yeah. And you can see 30 pips is just somewhere above this level. Then you can actually target this level for your trade. But you can actually go with but the maximum I do is 3-to-1. So when you get to 1-to-1, somewhere around here, you can actually decide to break even at this level, because that's 1-to-1 risk to reward. And when you get to 1-to-2, you can also move your trades to some profit. Then here you have 1-to-3. So this is actually a very good point to sell the market on USD/JPY. That's one entry. You can use the RSI as your entry. Once the market is above the overbought zone, that's a sell. Now, for the case of gold, where we have the bullish move, Now, on monthly time frame, it is bullish bias. It is bullish bias. So the next thing to do is go to 15 minutes time frame and check for the trend. The trend is also bullish because the green is above the red. The next thing to do for the trade bias is to check where RSI is trading. Now, the RSI needs to go below the oversold level, which is what, around 37, before you can actually take a buy at this level. Before you can actually take a buy at this level. And you need to make sure that when you are taking your trade, the previous candle before the current candle needs to be above the red moving average for a buy. What am I saying? Immediately this surge happened. This particular candle closed below this moving average. But the candle before that is above the moving average. It is still valued for a buy here. And if you bought at this level, that's actually a very, very good entry. But on gold, because of gold's volatility, I will advise you use about 150 pips on gold. About 150 pips on gold. About 150 pips on gold because of gold's volatility. Because of gold's volatility, it's always fine to use about 150 pips. All right. And the profit can also be 1-to-1. At this point, it's about 1-to-1 at this point. And at this point, it's about 2-to-1. And when you get 3-to-1, you can actually close your trade. If you want, you can go to 4-to-1, but stop at 3-to-1. So you can see immediately the market got here. That's actually some profits made at this point. So this is just how to trade the system. Now, another way you can trade the system is if you don't want to enter at this point, because what you are doing here is you are taking a trade immediately after a pullback, because this is actually a pullback wave or a retracement wave. So you can actually wait when the market closes above this level. You can decide to take your trade at that spot. Like this is the high, and when the market closes above this level, this is the close happened here. You can decide to take a buy at this level and also set your take profit and your stop loss. So the first way to trade it is to use RSI. If it is overbought, you sell. Above this level, you sell. If it is below this level, you buy. Make sure the monthly bias and the trend on the lower time frame is in the favor of the trade. And the second way to enter is when the market closes above this level, since you've confirmed is uptrend. If you close above this level, that's a very solid point. There was a test here, another test here. The market did not close above it, so we won't be taking the buy here. But when it closed forcefully, close above it at this point, that is actually the spot where we'll take a buy. And you can also use that same 150 pips on gold. And for USD JPY, your stop loss should be about 30 pips. And all other currency pairs should be around 20 to 30 pips. That should be the stop loss. Then you can decide to go for 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if you have any question, we'll also discuss this on the Forex medicine session. But make sure you watch this video and you understand this. Thank you, everyone. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can get more content like this.